Hi there, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is Tina from tinaheals.com, and this video is about an Aries ascendant or Aries rising, a Pisces 12th house moon. 12th house is traditionally the house of your undoing, but take it from me, I have a stellium in the 12th. I consider it to be the house of your secret gifts. And you have a sun in the 11th, Aquarius, so you're very community oriented. But remember that this Aquarius is a very peculiar sign ruled by Saturn and Uranus, very dualistic. And the sun is in fall in Aquarius because it rules Leo. So the sun is in fall in Aquarius. So the sun in Aquarius is not a good place. But this is a fixed energy, and it is air, so very intellectual, very innovative, very future thinking. Now your ascendant is the archetype of the pioneer or the trailblazer, and your moon is the archetype of the mystic, and your sun is the archetype of the innovator, the eccentric genius. The Nikola Tesla sign is Aquarius. We are entering an age of Aquarius. So the ascendant is, of course, the degree of the zodiac rising on the eastern side of the horizon at the moment of your birth. And the sign on which it falls is your rising sign. So for you, that is Aries. The ascendant is your physical body, how you look, or your health. Sixth house is health, but your physical body always will be connected to health in some way or the other. It is the first point of touch that your soul makes to the 3D reality. Okay, so it's very important for you to figure out the soul karma of your ascendant sign, of your rising sign. Okay, and since Aries is your rising sign, and this is about Aries rules ahead, so it's a very prominent part of your identity. And features, the way you look, very sharp features, very well defined sharp features, very dominating eyes, Mars rule, very libidinal energy. And you walk into the room with that purposeful Aries stride. People know you're the boss, you're the leader. No one's gonna question you. Okay, no one's gonna question you, and you don't take no for an answer. You will stare down an enemy. You will chase the object of your desire if need be. But if the chase is over, you can get bored. So Aries starts very many things but does not conclude them, because this energy signature is about going forth, go forth, go forth, go forth. Don't get stuck in something. And sometimes you need to get stuck. You need to have that fixed focus. Hopefully that Aquarius brings you that fixed focus. Okay, Aries is the first sign of the zodiac, and everything is new and vibrant in Aries. Okay, think of what happens when the sun enters Aries in the northern hemisphere. It's spring, and everything is born anew. Everything is vibrant, fresh, youthful. That is the energy of Aries, youthful. Okay, and if you have difficult aspects to Mars, who's your ascendant ruler, so his placement aspects, dispositions, very important. Then you can have ENT issues, okay, with your gums, teeth, ears, chronic headaches, chronic acne, and all of that. Okay, so also your sixth house of health is Virgo. So as Aries rules the head, Virgo rules digestion and the nervous system. So if you're nervous, and if you're not, if you're just eating and you're angry, and Aries brings about a lot of force, anger, violence sometimes, sometimes just road rage. You're just getting involved in stuff you don't want to, and you just lose your calm, and you don't know what to do with it because you have so much energy. If you don't know how to burn that energy will burn you. Physical exercise, even women with this placement, so energetic like men, and they have more boxy bodies, and they like to wear their hair short. Problems with your Mars can even have see you have less hair. So also don't forget that the sun also rules the right eye, so in the triplicity system. So you have to look after what you put in your mouth and how you feel then, and that if that's not fine and in balance, you can have headaches. Okay, and that could be very problematic for you. Anxiety could be through the roof. So breath work is something I would suggest, and grounding, because three of these signs are not very grounded. Okay, so grounding is a must. And Aries being the first sign of the zodiac, there's always a selfish streak with Aries. So what should be your goal? As Stephen Forrest, the eminent astrologer, puts it, that your goal should be enlightened selfishness. It's okay to be selfish. It's okay to, want what you want. But how do you be more enlightened about it? It's something you need to think about. Mars is action principle. And if you have a difficult Mars with your Aries ascendant, you need to do penances. You need to invoke the Martian spirit for things to go smoothly. Okay, very libidinal, like I told you. And in stark contrast lies your moon sign. And 12th house, as I said, is the house of one's undoing. It's the house of incarceration, addiction, mental asylums, hospital, death by drowning. So it's a very problematic place for the moon to be. Moon is your mother, your emotions, how you connect, how you feel, how you nurture, how you were nurtured, how you will be as a mother, your everyday habit patterns, okay, your psychic awareness, your imagination, your menstrual cycles. All of this is the moon. It is the yin part of you that, that is most visible till the age of 7. And post that when you're very stressed, because then the moon sign comes out, you're stressed, you drop the veneer of your ascendant. And according to esoteric astrology, the moon sign can become a big challenge after the age of 35, because you've developed so much time, with these habit patterns that you do daily, that they actually become impediments to your soul growth. So don't let that happen. Learn to work with the Pisces moon energy. Now, your mother may have been incarcerated, may have been into drugs, alcohol, recovering alcoholic if, things went fine. She could also, for some of you, your mother may have expired. Even suicide is possible. The 12th house moon, mother was not around for you the way you needed, and you probably had to grow up, or you probably had to take responsibility somewhere, or you were suddenly forced to grow up and suddenly something happened and it just shook your foundation. But your mother could also have given you mystical gifts or led you towards a more spiritual path. And a moon in Pisces is psychic, it's a healer. Pisces is the archetype of the mystic. So having your moon there makes you super mystical, okay? Makes you very aware of other worlds and other realities, and sometimes deranged private worlds that you inhabit, start to seep in your consciousness. And, you can be very distracted in your everyday affairs. Think of the two fish swimming away. The tug and pull of Pisces. The Pisces, you can be a great actor. You're an artist at the end of the day, a spiritual artist, okay? And with the 12th house moon, you've probably seen a lot of death, a lot of endings and new beginnings. And this has matured you in a way, and also your sun is semi-sextile your moon, which is again another very complicated aspect, but it's a difficult aspect. Sun, moon semi-sextile sun in Aquarius, sun in fall, moon not a good position for Pisces. So, ideally, and the sole ruler of Pisces is Pluto. So according to esoteric astrology, there are 3 signs of death where the soul must die to be reborn. One is Aries, one is Scorpio, one is Pisces. So you have that change, and Aries cardinal, mutable, a lot of change. You could also be very impressionable, not able to make up your mind. Okay, you never know what you want to eat. You never know where you want to go. You don't know what you want to wear. Okay, Pisces, decisions, and what are you going to do with them? Okay, so that is there. And sometimes you could also be a slight pushover. Don't let that happen. But I doubt that'll happen because, unless you have, of course, Mars conjunct Saturn in the 8th or something crazy like that, or Mars conjunct Saturn in the 12th with your moon and South Node. Okay, let's not go there. But you are the archetype of the mystic and the healer. Pisces is about spiritual healing and the awakening of the Christos principle within. The age of Christ was the era of Pisces. And now we're moving into the age of Aquarius, where you have your sun. So sun rules Leo. Pisces rules the feet, like Aries rules the head. So difficult aspects to your moon, 12th house moon is difficult. Okay, you can have restless leg syndrome. You can, Pisces also rules melatonin. Okay, so insomnia, that sleep cycles and regulation of sleep cycles, and that's something you need to look at. Now your sun, so sun rules Leo, right? And in the opposite sign, Aquarius, sun is in fall. Aquarius is a very peculiar sign, the two waves, the sine and the cosine waves. Aquarius is the knowledge, the wisdom bearer. The water is the wisdom, the elixir of life, you know. Aquarius, think of the star card, the healing that figure goes through, you know, by receiving and giving. It's beautiful under the Pleiades constellation or the Saptarishis. So there's a very healing component about Aquarius, okay? In fact, if you look at breath work, there is a stage of inhalation, then there's a stage of retention, then there's a stage of exhalation and suspension. So Aquarius is that Rechak moment, when you have that Kumbhak moment, when you're in suspension, when you take your breath in and you keep suspended, that is Aquarius. And with Aquarius, there's always a sense of baptism. Okay, and people think Aquarius is water because the water bearer, you know, Aquarius is the water bearer, but no, that is the electrical magnetic waves of creation that Aquarius is symbolic of, not water. Aquarius is air, fixed, ruled by Saturn and Uranus, two such disparate energies, you know. Saturn is about hierarchy, structures. Uranus is about spiritual epiphanies, breaking down structure for soul growth, for the soul's evolution. So this is not a very easy energy. And if you ask me, Aries and Aquarius are the two true visionaries of the zodiacs. You're definitely the visionary. Aquarius, innovator, visionary, future thinker, computer oriented. Depending on the placement of your Uranus, you may be able to do things online and be really good at it, make money from it. So the sun is about how we shine, our father, our soul's purpose in this world, how we take action. Okay, it is how we shine, how we are as leaders. So sun in Aquarius in fall may not be able to express itself in front of the camera or say in front of huge crowds, but they're very good behind the scenes. They are your power brokers, the Aquarius. They are your you know, generals and very big guys. They can be very decisive. And Aquarius brings focus. Fixed modality always brings focus, concentration. So if you're just starting things that your Aries is pushing you to do, you know, your ascendant, your rising sign is pushing you to do, then with your Aquarius, you will be able to conclude. Okay, and semi-sextile, difficult position, father and mother probably never got along. Okay, father more cold, more scientific oriented, more left brain logical, mother more, you know, emotional, maybe too emotional. Okay, maybe the balance is not there with the semi-sextile. It's out of whack. Okay, and Aries again, turbulent, agitating, archetype of the pioneer, the mystic, the innovator. So what are you going to innovate that you can pioneer something new? And that could fulfill us spiritually as well. Because, you know, a Pisces moon cannot do anything without fulfilling that deep psychic craving that you have. You won't be happy just doing something dry, something which is not your soul's calling. 12th house moon is asking you to consider ancestral relationships with the mother and the mother figures. So I hope you like that. Please like, comment, subscribe, share, and let me know what you think. Thank you.